Thank you to our band and the Junior ROTC. Our cannon crew tonight, Cadet Chief Jacob Pringle. Assistants are Cadets Savannah Chapman, Cadet Caleb Mott, Cadet Alessandra Jared, and Cadet Zachary Morris. Now we'll turn the mic over to two of our student athletes, one from South Kitsap and the other from Emerald Ridge. For South Kitsap, we have Ethan Duarte and Jacob Lane for the Jaguars.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jacob Lane, and I am a senior here at Emerald Ridge High School and a proud member of the Jaguars football team.
My name is Ethan Duarte, and I'm a proud senior here at South Kitsap High School. Welcome to this evening's contest between the Jaguars and the Wolves of the SPSL 4A. As members of this team, my teammates and I, as well as our coaches, work as hard as we can to represent our school, community, and families. In turn, we would ask that tonight's game be about the players on the field and not the referees or those in the stands. We recognize that our officials here are here to do their best and to make our game as fair as possible. We respect them and our opponents, and we ask that you do the same. We promise to make this a positive experience for everyone on the field and in the stands. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Welcome everyone to South Kitsap High School for our fourth football broadcast of the season. We're coming to you live right here on SKTV, Wave Digital Cable Channel 205, and we're also streaming this game live in high definition on YouTube. You can find a link to the game by going to the school district homepage, click on the YouTube link, and you can watch the game in high definition. Please note there are no fees for our broadcast, so please do not ever pay anybody for our broadcast.
It's free.
Yeah. Tonight, the Wolves take on the number 2 Emerald Ridge Jaguars. They're 3-1, and it's homecoming night here at South Kitsap. So I'm Phil Nanger, and joining me in the booth tonight is Brian Pickard, and we're looking forward. They got a tough opponent for homecoming this year.
That they do. Emerald Ridge has been very successful over the years. They continue this year as well, and we have the captains out there for the ceremonial flipping of the coin. We have Wolves captains Brendan Burke, 72 Dylan Santini, number 10 Nicholas Shockey, and number 75 John Gosser.
And for Puyallup, for the Emerald Ridge Jaguars, the captains are number 12 Jacob Lane, number 14 Jake Skoko, number 34, Justin Thunguale, and number 55, Zeke Stefano. I think we got a couple honorary captains out there too, don't we, Brian?
We have a couple. That's a tradition this year that they're doing. They've 2 honorary captains, staff members at South Kitsap High School. One is Dennis Anderson. Dennis has served in the South Kitsap School District as a physical education teacher and coach for 37 years. And the second one is Joey Dame. Joey's also served at the South Kitsap School District as a teacher and a coach for 37 years. Lot of experience with those two. It's a neat thing that they do there. Well, the captains were out there and flipped the coin, and it looks like Emerald Ridge will receive the kickoff to start this game.
Well, I'm not sure if that's what South was looking for or not, but that's we do get some starters for you all. I'm going to give you the Emerald Ridge Jaguars offensive starters. Number 2, wide receiver, Cation Babcock. Number 5, wide receiver, Tony Horsted. Number 8, wide receiver, Gio Cafences. Number 12, tight end, Jacob Lane. Number 14, quarterback, Jake Skoko. And number 23, he's a running back, Logan Lishernis. Number 55, Zeke Stefano. Number 59, David Brown on the line. Number 62, Logan Putnam. Number 72, Ryan Murphy. And number 79, Danny Mead. And here's the kickoff from South Kitsap. It's squib kick, which is about what they've normally done, but they kick it out of bounds. It goes out at the 33-yard line, so that's a penalty. Not, I don't think the way South wanted to start.
And starting defenders for your South Kitsap Wolves, as announced by head coach Dan Erickson. On the line are senior number 72, Dylan Santini, senior number 55, Jaden Bresheim, and junior number 75, John Gosser. Let's see. For our linebacking crew, we have sophomore number 33, Josiah Aswega, junior number 4, Noah Berg. Defensive backs, junior number 2, Jordan Lee. Number 10, junior Nicholas Shockey. A senior, number 9, Dominic Roebuck. A junior, number 7, Braden Scovald. And a sophomore to round out your starters, number 15, Bowden Harvey.
So the Jaguars elect to take the ball 5 yards from where it went out of bounds, so they will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Phil, like a lot of these teams now, they start out shotgun formation.
And the first play is a run off the right side, and player slips. That's number 23, Logan Lishernis.
I think there was a little mix-up there because we actually had a couple of Jaguars run into each other there. Not a way that I'm sure their coach wanted them to start.
But South will take it. So
absolutely, take advantage of what's given.
Bring up 2nd and 10. And they start again, a couple receivers over on the left-hand side, ball, two backs in the backfield next to the quarterback. Another run play. This time it's going off left-hand side. Nice tackle by South Kitsap. They give up 6 yards, so that's number 23, Logan Lishernis again, and tackles made by South Kitsap, number 33, so that's Josiah Aswega.
Swega. There we go.
So it brings up 3rd and 4.
We're going to do the best job we can.
We're going to butcher them anyway. So.
Yeah. We apologize in advance. We'll do the best we can.
So another handoff. Come right up the middle. South is there to stop it. And
it's real close.
It's going to be close. I think they're going to give him, looking at where the refs are, they are giving him the 1st down. So,
Phil, in contrast to last week's game against Olympia, they had, usually lined up with 2 receivers wide on each side and ran a third sometimes out in the flat. Here with Emerald Ridge, they have so far have shown 2 receivers out wide and then the tight end with the 2 running back. So little different formations that the Wolves are going to see tonight.
And this time they bring the receivers in tight. They've also, I think Emerald Ridge has already run the ball more than Olympia did the whole game. So this one's going to be a pitch out to the left-hand side, and that's number 2, Cation Babcock with the ball.
There's a flag down and kind of thrown in that offensive holding area. We'll wait to see what the ref will call.
So we have a holding
that's what
call.
it is.
Yep, against Emerald Ridge. So we do not have a mic'd up ref this time. So a couple of them saw it. So maybe we will get it. We do get it.
It is mic'd up.
He is mic'd up.
We're rolling here. This is good stuff. If we
tech.
just had a screen we could write on and show things, so give our wisdom, that would take about 10 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know what wisdom you're talking about, but so that bring up 1st and 20 for Emerald Ridge.
They now put the receiver split to the wide side of the field, which is towards us.
So this is another handoff to the left. Nice run by, can't quite see the number here, but going to pick up about 8 yards. We'll get some of that back. And that looks like it's number, is that 11 or 21, Brian? Can you see?
I did not see it.
It looks like number 21. That would be Tayshawn Mix. So that's going to bring up 2nd down 12 at the South Kitsap 46-yard line. I'm sorry, the Emerald Ridge Jaguars 46-yard line. And again, same formation. It actually bring a receiver on both sides, plus a tight end over on this side, and now man in motion. So
Now they're looking to pass, a little bit of pressure.
Pressure on, but a wide open receiver. A little bit of cover breakdown.
Nice block upfield by number something.
They're blocking, freed him up. I mean, and that's number 5 with the catch, Tony Harsty. Here's a replay coming to you guys. Look at these blocks downfield. Number 8 does a great job. He takes out 2 different players.
We did.
Yeah.
Got to give him kudos for that.
Yep.
And that's, the way coaches downfield, sometimes some receivers, they just kind of are
Watching the play.
watching the play and something like that. But
Nice play. So
nicely
it's-
done. Good example. He should get a shout out at come when they watch game film on that one.
First and goal from the South Kitsap 8-yard line for Emerald Ridge. Quarterback's back to pass. South is getting pressure on, and he throws the ball up. Oh, nice job. Nice defense by number 9 for South Kitsap.
Dominic Roebuck.
Got almost at a little bit lower ball, and I think he would have had to pick, but good job breaking it up.
Yeah, I don't know if that ball was catchable. They were right there on the sideline, but it was right there, and Dominic made sure that ball was not going to be caught. Nice defensive effort on his part.
And we have a penalty against Emerald Ridge on that.
Well, Phil, we have once again we have another just incredible fall night. It was a warm day, cooling off, definitely fall in the air. High school football. I mean, this is just where it's at. It just can't get any better than that.
Yeah, and I think that was a illegal man downfield, maybe. 5-yard penalty.
We'll probably hear it here in just a sec.
We had an ineligible man downfield.
Yep.
Nice call, Phil.
So
That's what it is. Ineligible. Sometimes when those pass plays take a little bit longer, particularly if they're coached to go down and block, the linemen release too early.
Yeah, so it'll bring up first and goal from the 12. Quarterback does get some pressure, but he escapes it, goes up the middle, and gets the ball down to the 3-yard line. So that's number 14, Jake Skokel, with it. And
we see it again. Some good pressure from the Wolves. He just found a seam and utilized it and moved the ball up. So we got 3rd and 3.
Second
Excuse
goal.
me.
Ball on the 3-yard line.
If you're keeping track, I think that was my second error.
So
There'll be more.
Single receiver out to the wide side of the field, and we have a timeout on the field.
A little confusion there.
No, it's going to be
Delay.
false start, maybe. So keeps it at 2nd down, but moves the ball back to the 8-yard line. So South will take all those.
Yeah, Emerald Ridge, couple of key penalties that have helped the Wolves out here. The Wolves need to put their foot down and quit letting them pick it back up.
Oh, he did. So that's a run. That's number 23. Logan Lishness in the end zone. So
That was a nice run. He had a couple of potential tacklers there, but he just ran right through it. Here
South
we see it
almost
again.
had him in the backfield. Ran through it. So one of those things where if you're making those dives, you got to try to get low. But so extra point coming up, extra point attempt.
We've got 9:17 left in this first quarter. Emerald Ridge has taken the opening kickoff and kind of slowly, methodically worked their way down the field despite multiple injuries.
So that'll be a offside, I believe, against South Kitsap, unless somebody moved to draw them off. I saw 2 or 3 people come on, and Emerald Ridge is going to change their minds, and they're going to take the penalty, and looks like and maybe try for 2.
Well, they're only going to pick up 1.5 yards, but they're 1.5 yards from the goal line. So might be good strategy to, if they feel confident in their run. And so far, they've been able to pick up some, on average, some pretty good chunks.
Foul is accepted by the offense.
I can't disagree with this call.
Now they're going to go ahead and try their extra point from the 1.5 yard line. Trips over on the left-hand side. Quarterback's rolling to the right. He's got somebody open. And the points are good. So that's complete to number 8, Gio Cafentes. So that'll make the score 8-0 Emerald Ridge with 8:17 left in the first quarter. So South had a couple chances to stop them there, Brian. And Emerald Ridge a little bit, the penalties they're getting were a little bit on the sloppy side. You know, the dead ball penalties are things coaches don't like. They can oftentimes put up with a holding call or something like that, but not the dead ball ones. And South will get the ball here.
Well, last week against Olympia, for those of you that watched, know this, that you know there's good scoring on both sides. The difficulty was stopping Olympia and their passing game. And I learned, I think it was after the game, that their quarterback, who we were impressed with, he's headed to continue playing, but on Saturdays, unless TV has them playing Friday night, like the Huskies are tonight. But he's going down to Portland State. So Portland State has a good program down there, and they play some of the Pac-12 teams. And
Yep. So back to receive is number 2, Jordan Lee, and number 10, Nicholas Shockey. It'll be always fun to watch as these kids develop, you know, at the next level, and kind of always try to keep an eye on them. So similar kick, kind of a squib kick, and it's picked up by number 32. With 37, Alex Burgers.
we don't have a spotter, so we're guessing sometimes.
30. No, it was number 32. Cypress.
Cypress. Alpoal.
So Cypress does a nice job returning it. South Kitsap starts at their own 39-yard line. So good field position for the Wolves.
Always thought it'd be great to have a spotter to help us out, but I don't know where we'd fit them. We're kind of a small booth up here. 3 can fit, but we'll have to go on the recruiting trail, Phil.
That or if we lost weight.
No. Come on, let's not get crazy.
So South comes out and they'll start and they put the ball on the ground.
They were fortunate they did not lose that ball.
So they had one fumble that they lost in the first quarter last week, and that really kind of set the tone of the game. Starting at quarterback for South Kitsap is number 3, Mason Elena. He started last week too.
Nice game.
Had a real nice game.
Threw a couple of passes, just dropped them in there, just for long touchdowns.
Yep, he did a good job. So South in this familiar formation, going to draw offside a Emerald Ridge player. Hopefully nobody in South moved. I don't think they did, so I think it's going to be a free 5 yards for South.
Yeah, just the body language, you can kind of tell that the Emerald Ridge player kind of knew.
Yeah.
We have a dead ball foul, encroachment on the defense. It's on the down.
So that'll South had lost a yard on the first play. That'll bring up 2nd and 6 instead of 2nd and 11.
You know, last week we saw more of a mix of run and pass. Wolves traditionally trying to run the ball, but then they loosened things up a little bit on the other side with some of their passing that was excellent.
And their preference was definitely left-hand side. That's a run up the middle, kind of up the A gap on the left-hand side there. Doesn't go anywhere for South Kitsap. Going to bring up 3rd down. So actually South loses about a yard and a half on that. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Going to see our first pass from the Wolves this play, Phil?
I think we're going to see a.
We're going to see a sack.
We're going to see a sack, unfortunately. Yep. So that's going to lose about 5 yards and bring up 4th down and 13-12.
I think that they were setting up to do a pass. He just couldn't get himself free. That's a tough. He's a right-hander and roll into his left. That's always a difficult. You got to have a little extra time there to turn your body and make the pass.
Yeah, and he didn't even get out of the pocket. That's,
No. We
that's
got
a-
out of the first one, but the second defender was in on him. They sniffed that out pretty well.
So good job by Emerald Ridge to get on in
Good
there.
snap.
Nice
Nice
snap,
punt.
nice punt, fair
Fair
catch. And that'll be fair caught at the 31-yard line. So about 33, 34-yard punt.
Yeah, that was nice pass.
No
A
return.
nice punt.
And no return.
Wolves get a second chance to stop them.
So Emerald Ridge starts at 1st and 10 at their own 31. And again, yeah, you know, it's funny how in high school football, Brian, you see 2 different weeks, 2 different teams, 2 different weeks, 2 completely different offenses. You know, first one pass-based, and this one obviously running-based. So it can happen at any level, but just fun to see.
Kind of a shovel pass out and following his blockers.
Going to pick up a solid 8 yards. So
Wolves have got to figure that out and knock those, 7, 8, 9 yard runs and start cutting them down to 2 or 3.
Yeah, I don't know a coach who won't take 9 yards on first down. But it looks like there might be a penalty on the play.
We had an illegal shift on the offense.
So we have illegal shift. Usually what that involves is either 2 players move at the same time or a player starts moving forward before the snap. So that'll back them up 5 yards and make it 1st and 15. So South will definitely, again, one of those mistakes that, coach does not make your offensive coordinator or your coach that happy. So stop and play right now by the officials.
While we have a little time here, I want to announce the names of the color guard tonight. They always do such a good job, Anyway, Commander National Ensign Bearer, Cadet Commander Allison Drury, Navy Flag Cadet Tristan Givens, Right Rifle Cadet Michaela Moltz, and Left Rifle Cadet Robert W.
And South does a great job on sniffing that one out. Little off tackle to Emerald Ridge's right, South's left. But yeah, that's a great program at this school, Brian.
Has been for years, nationally recognized.
And as we saw last week, a lot of students participating in that program. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 14 for Emerald Ridge. They have a single back this time, 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Going back to pass, getting a little pressure. Throws it over the head of the intended receiver. There are 2 Emerald Ridge receivers out there. Not quite sure which one he was going for, but on the run, he kind of just overthrew a little bit. Good pressure by South.
He's kind of shifty. He's going to be a tough one, I think, because a couple of times we've seen some nice pressure from the Wolves, and he just gives a little move, and that's a tough thing to do when you got someone who can move quickly, change direction.
Yep, he seems to be able to step up in the middle of the pocket too. So here we go again. Another pass play. This is going to be a screen. And there's a flag on the play.
He's got the first down, but we'll see what the penalty is.
Again, kind of in the position of holding, where you expect a holding call. So, and they are walking back.
And it is a hold. Going to bring that back, so it'll be 3rd down and more than 13.
Yeah.
I'm surprised at the number of penalties by Emerald Ridge because, again, they have been a team to be reckoned with for a number of years and are again this year. And so far they're shooting themselves in the foot, and the Wolves need to take advantage of that.
They do. They beat a very tough Sumner team and their only loss to a equally difficult Puyallup team. And brings up third down and looks like about 19.
22, it's according to the
22?
scoreboard.
And
I like your 19 better. Pressure.
pressure, throw to nobody. That should be. It may have gotten out of the pocket, I guess. I was gonna say that could be grounding, but it looks like he was probably out of pocket. So South Kitsap Wolves hold. This is a good sign.
Yeah, they played a good defensive series and were benefited by a couple of penalties, a couple of big ones that really shot them in the foot. So again, you've got to take advantage of these. You know this, Phil, but it's just, when there's, mistakes or bad luck on the other team or whatever, you got to pounce on it and take advantage of it. So hopefully we get some good field position for the Wolves. We got two guys back, Jordan Lee and number
Bowden
50.
Harvey is the other one. So
Lost the ball. It's a short punt, short
Whoa,
high.
It takes a
and
huge Emerald Ridge bounce. So
they're going to take over about the their own 23-yard line.
that was a lucky bounce. It was a tall kick.
Yeah, I lost in the lights.
And just when it came down, it hit right. Must have hit right on the point. Just beyond the point, and took off for another 25 yards down to South Kitsap. Brian, that's the only problem with this new field is that in the old field that would never happen at this time of year. Nice sunset coming over the harbor area in Port Orchard. So South takes over 1st and 10. Same formation they normally run, man motion. It's pitch out to the left-hand side, and that's Jordan Lee with the ball.
Got nowhere to go.
Nope. Jordan's going to lose a yard, maybe 2. So if you notice the replay, Emerald Ridge does a good job of, number 7 does a great job of keeping outside shoulder free and pushing the play inside. So doing his job, didn't make the tackle, but that's turning it in is what he's supposed to do. So it brings up 2nd and 12. Handoff straight up the middle.
Big number 33.
And picks up a nice 9 yards up to the 30-yard line. So
That's Josiah. That's Wega. 6'4", 266.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 4 for South Kitsap. And we're going right back to the same thing, and they're going to stop them short. About to pick up about a yard.
I've seen improvement in that young man since the first game, and we were so impressed with, his size and running ability. Only a sophomore, and these last 2 carries, he's getting down. He's getting his body down lower, so he's not quite as big a target, and that'll just give him more power as well. So.
Brian, what do you think of this? This is 4th and 2. You're on your own 31-yard line. South is lining up to go for it.
Well, it's a gutsy call, but if they're gonna compete in this game, they're gonna need to take some chances.
I think they're lining up try to draw Emerald Ridge all sides, but
I think you're right. The Wolves are taking a timeout. I think you're going to see the punt unit come out.
yeah.
Not a bad idea. Cost you a timeout, but
They've jumped off before, so you try to get a free one.
sure, not a bad.
I agree with it, and then I just don't want to give Emerald Ridge the ball here on the 31, but we've got, as you guys can see, our stands are fairly full. It's homecoming night. A lot of students are out here to support their team, their friends, and just a great night to be out here for football. So here comes the punting unit. So back to punt for South Kitsap is number 13, and that's Kieran Snyder for South Kitsap. And back for Emerald Ridge is number 21, Tayshawn Mix. Ooh, high
snap.
snap. Good job catching it, getting it up. And hopefully this takes a south bounce. And it does. Down to the 33-yard line. So Jaguars will take over 1st and 10 at their own 33, 32-yard line. Looks like we're going to start them at the 32. So we got
The way that thing was going through the air, I thought it was going to take a good South Kitsap bounce, but not quite as good as what Emerald Ridge got out of it.
Yeah.
So they've exchanged punts and kind of really started right back where they did before the two each had a chance to move the ball further. So we'll see what happens here.
So 3:24 left in the first quarter, and it's 8-0. Emerald Ridge over South Kitsap. Quick pass this time over to the right-hand side. Receiver slips a little bit. South Kitsap is there, so he's going to gain something, but I think it's only maybe a half a yard.
You know, I've refrained from saying a pack of wolves, but on this replay, watch first defender, number 2, slows him down and didn't show the rest of his teammates coming over, but there was 3 or 4 came right over and helped with the tackle. Do we have another penalty? No, I don't think so. I think they're just placing the ball.
Emerald Ridge stays back pretty far.
During the play, you have a block in the back on the right, 10 yards before the bench.
So a 10-yard penalty for blocking the back against Emerald Ridge.
I couldn't hear him. We're wearing headsets up here, so sometimes we can't. As Phil said, though, he picked it up, that it was about blocking the back.
So that'll be a repeat of first down.
1st and 20 from the 22.
And again, here's what we're saying is Emerald Ridge is pushing themselves backwards. So we still have a timeout in the field. The officials are conferring on something.
So real fast here. We haven't had these names before, but I'm going to give them to you. Here's the chain gang out there, moving the markers the whole bit. Catch this: Brandon Kelly, Pat Kelly, Bill Kelly, and Kelly McNelly. I think they're making that up. That's pretty impressive. I wonder if they're all in the same family.
Well, if they are, it's great to have them. You know, again, Friday night, you get a good seat. You get to see the whole game. And if you like football, it's not a bad thing to do, and especially evenings like this, Brian. I mean, it just, we probably got about 58 degrees or so right now, no wind.
Former head coach DJ Sigurdsson he and several other South Kitsap folks are part of a crew that go to the home Husky games, and they raise and lower the net in back of the goalposts. I want that job.
So we're here to resume play, and it's a quick pass off to the left-hand side, and it's dropped. So pass intended for number 8, and that's Gio Cofences. And just try and get a quick out, get some quick yards. Brings up 2nd and 18.
Well, like I said before, the Emerald Ridge certainly is. Got another penalty?
When you play a little bit in the outfield, it is decline. You have 2nd down.
So South will decline that one and take the incomplete pass. I don't know how many penalties we're not keeping track up here because it's tough enough to just keep track of the game, but it's been a whole lot for one quarter.
Yeah, I can't imagine the Emerald Ridge coach is very pleased with his players right now with the number of penalties that have set them back. But again, like I said earlier, the Wolves need to take advantage.
So 2 receivers both sides, quarterback back to pass, throws it out to left-hand side, number 10, Mitchell Condon with the reception.
Jordan Lee with the tackle for the Wolves.
And he'll pick up about
coverage
8.
and tackle.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Same formation, single back. Oh, back just moved. That's going to be a penalty. So that'll back him up 5 yards. Bring up 3rd and 18.
You know, these games, it's so hard, particularly for those linemen on both sides of the ball. They're just twitchy.
Yeah, they actually looks like they're going to get South for jumping, but well, they just moved the ball the wrong way. That's what I thought. I was going to say, but I saw movement in Emerald Ridge side, so the lineman took the ball and went the wrong way. It should go back 10 yards from that spot, really, at this point. So we're going to have timeout on the field. That's why I figured this out. And that's what I saw. I mean, I saw Emerald Ridge running back kind of took off and went forward, which you can't do. So we're going to try to figure this out. We're going to bring the ball back, and then they should march them back 5 yards from there.
The foul on the field with a false start on the offense. You take it down.
There they go. So as we said, it brings up 3rd and about 16 or so.
So Wolves need to come up with a stop here, get the ball back, and
Another pass
get some
play.
offense going. He's got time.
Going
deep.
And overthrows him a little bit. Good coverage by the Wolves.
Just off his fingertips. That was a nice ball. Watching here on the replay, he had some time. The Wolves were putting a little bit of pressure. He winds up, throws it deep.
Put some air under it. And like Brian said, good throw, good pass, good coverage. And now bring up 4th down for the Wolves, second drive in a row. Believe it or not, Brian, I think that might have been a 3 and out.
Yeah.
A long one if it was a 3 and out, but Jordan Lee and
Bowden Harvey
are back to receive. Ooh, very high, drops the snap. Now he's running. Not a great kick. South needs to just keep clear of it. And they're going to get the ball at the 50-yard line.
Wow. Give their punter some credit right there, getting that ball off, and it wasn't a bad punt.
But what wasn't a bad punt. He's going to get about 20, 25 yards out of it.
That could have been disastrous for them.
Try and see if there's
Wolves.
a flag on the play. Because they're meeting up. They're going to move the chains. So 1st down Wolves at the 50. I mean, that's great field position for the Wolves.
I'm going to make a prediction here. We're going to have a nice long pass play here.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Strike while it's hot, while they're feeling good.
You know, they set them up with these run plays, and I will tell you, I think we're.
Scoville's split wide to the left over here towards us.
Yep, here's the pass. He's going Scoville, and he's got a hand on him, but must not have been pulling. So this is going to be a penalty against South Kitsap.
I called the play. Do I get an extra cookie tonight?
We don't have any cookies tonight.
Oh, we don't have any cookies.
No wonder why I'm hungry. So this is a South Kitsap penalty coming up.
I did not see the flag, so I'm not. You can kind of educated guess on some of it, depending on where the flags are dropped.
I was going to say, I believe it was a hold.
In the play, we have a hold on the offense. We put it in.
You know, the Emerald Ridge defensive back had pretty good coverage on that for one-on-one coverage. So it's going to bring up 1st and 20 for South Kitsap, now back at their own 40-yard line.
South in their traditional formation. Hand up the middle. Lee's
That's
looking for
Jordan Lee.
a hole. Almost turns the corner. Almost got there. Good effort.
But Jordan's going to pick up about 8 yards of that penalty back for us. So
He just needed another step or two.
yep.
He might have. He would have gotten at least another 5-6 yards, but maybe more with his speed.
So they're going to give him 6 yards on that carry. So bring up 2nd and 14. Run up the middle.
Not much there, but he's just keeping those legs churning.
Yep, he's going to pick up those 4.5 yards and bring us back to the original line of scrimmage up to the 50-yard line. That's number 33 again.
He's met by the whole pack of Jaguars.
That's Josiah Aswega. So it brings up 3rd and 10. It's the inside handoff to Jordan Lee, and doesn't fool Emerald Ridge, and it goes nowhere. He loses about a half a yard. So it's going to bring up 4th and 10. And while I would normally say this is probably 4-down territory, I don't know, Brian. I mean, you haven't really shown that you can get a big play on this defense yet. So,
Yeah, that'd be a pretty tall task, but it's.
But I think what they're going to do is probably let the clock run out, end of 1st quarter, and then talk about it on the sideline. So.
Well, so that'll end the 1st quarter with the guests Emerald Ridge Jaguars 8, South Kitsap 0. But it's been a kind of a chess match here, and Emerald Ridge has shot themselves in the foot several times with their penalties and whatnot. But they're keeping the Wolves around, and both of us being coaches in a variety of sports, Phil, we know that you keep this team, let them believe, keep them close. Bad things can happen. Unless you're Wolves, good things can happen.
Yeah, this is the Wolves are playing tough. I mean, their defense made a couple stops, and Emerald Ridge is helping them out, and that's what you want to see if you're the Wolves. So we'll start the 2nd quarter with the Wolves 4th and about 11. So, although if they don't move the chains, if I'm the Wolves, I'm going for it because you already got it. Here they go.
You knew they'd move.
Wolves are on their own 49-yard line, and they are going to go back in punt formation. So our halftime tonight, just so everybody remembers, it is going to be, homecoming. So
be a little longer.
Nice punt.
Shakes that one off.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought he got more than that.
I think he was
Wow.
trying to avoid a potential.
But both these punters are under some duress because of really because of the snaps, Brian. They're just they're coming in high. They're looping.
Slow.
So that's about a 12-yard punt, 13-yard punt for South Kitsap.
That's too bad, because if they could have gotten off just an average punt, they would have pinned him back there a little bit. Good shot on good old Roscoe there.
So Emerald Ridge takes over at their own 38-yard line. Two backs, 2 receivers over on the right side, tight end on the left. And the back goes in motion, and it's a handoff to the other one. Coming up to the left side. And runs through a bunch of tackles to pick up about 14 yards. Not going to give him more than that. Going to give him 16.
Got to do a better job tackling.
Yep. So ball is at the Emerald Ridge is now at South Kitsap's 47-yard line. 1st and 10. A couple of Wolves had a shot at him and just ran right through him. So
good, strong, stiff arm, pushing those tacklers off. He's got to make those tackles a little lower.
Yep, they got receivers in tight except for one long one way out, and another run.
And there's
Same
another
back.
flag. Gotta think that's going to be a hold. Emerald Ridge.
Yeah, it's definitely going to go against the offense. Let's see what the call is.
Refs are discussing it.
Well, that's not good. They're talking to the Emerald Ridge captain. Yeah, so that's what we thought. Illegal shift against Emerald Ridge. So they'll back them up 5 yards and make it 1st and 15.
During the play, we had a little shift on the offense. We played it down.
So the the officials were talking to number 55 from Emerald Ridge, Zeke Setafano. He's a captain, so he might have been asking what's going on, which is, they're allowed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 backs, 2 receivers on the right. Play come over to the left again. He cuts it back. And there was a flag on the field again. So it'll be interesting to see what this call is. This is certainly in the spot where you would think holding would be a call or blocking the back when he cut back maybe. Another flag on the field.
During the play, we had a hold on the offense. They're going back 10 yards from the flag. We played it down.
So that's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So it happened at the 50. So they're going to Emerald Ridge the ball on the 40 and bring up 2nd down, I believe it is, Brian. It's kind of hard when the drives don't continue. And 22, first down?
Still 1st down. 1st and a whole lot.
So 1st and 22. Quarterback's back to pass this time.
Good coverage. But he finds a receiver across the middle pretty open. He makes up a whole lot of that 23.
Yep, going to pick up about 21 of it. So going to bring up 2nd and 2. But nice, quarterback had time, was accurate. And you can only cover people for so long. So he picked the one receiver who had a little bit of room to throw to. Nice pick, nice choice.
He had opportunity to really kind of scan the field, being in the shotgun formation there. He's looking around and seeing a pretty good job. He looked at several receivers. That's a hard task to do.
Yep. So man motion, going out right again off the left. It's going to have a 1st down. Gain of about 5 yards. So, in 2 plays, you go from 1st and 23 to a 1st down. That's coaches like that part of it. So.
Wolves are going to need to figure out how to stop that, or they're going to quickly find themselves in more trouble here. But 1st and 10. Looks like it's on the 35-yard line.
2 receivers over on the right, 2 backs in the backfield. Again, one of the backs goes in motion. Quarterback's rolling out to the right. It's going to go throwing deep. And South is there.
Oh, he made a spectacular catch.
He
was covered. The defender did what he could do. Here it is again.
Defender gets in front of him. Defender winds up behind him. So
just kind of a jump ball.
Yeah.
Made a nice catch. Nice throw, nice catch. What do?
So it's going to bring up 1st and goal from the 1.
First down on the 1 for the Jaguars.
Yeah, the DBs need to learn to high point the ball. That probably would have gotten him a deflection or something. But definitely he's there.
He was hanging with him. That's half the battle right there, isn't it?
Yep. So it's going to be run play off.
He's
tackle
in.
to the left, and he's in. So it's going to bring 14-0 right now for Emerald Ridge.
They're down on that end of the field that, as we've said before, if you are repeat viewers and listeners, that it's harder for us to see because we're sitting about the 15, 20-yard line to the south towards the stadium scoreboard.
So that's number 21, Tayshawn Mix from Emerald Ridge with the score. And they're lining up for the extra point, and getting ready to kick is Brady Peterson, number 6. Has their kicking duties. Oh, bad snap. Picked up. They're going to try to make what they can out of it. And it's incomplete pass. So with 9:29 left in the first half, it's 14-0 in favor of Emerald Ridge.
And Emerald Ridge has been able to maintain this lead despite numerous penalties. I would say every single drive they've had at least 3 or 4, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I agree with you, Brian, except maybe the first one.
Yeah.
The first one was, I think they still had 1 or 2, but fairly clean. They were able to march the ball downfield. Since then, it's been a flag fest. So here's a crowd getting out here supporting South Kitsap. Love to see these fellow students supporting the athletes, supporting the teams.
Supporting their school.
As we've talked before, between all the different organizations that are involved in this, there's probably 300 or so kids involved in between cheer and band and football teams and dance teams and concessions and the audio video group that's putting on this production. So great thing to be involved with. So here comes the kickoff. And
high kick.
Going deep this time. So it's returned to the 26-yard line. That was number 10, I believe, Nicholas Shockey from South Kitsap.
As we mentioned before, it is homecoming, and so there's going to be it's going to be a little bit longer halftime. They always extend it to some degree, and I believe there'll be some coverage of that on this. We won't be announcing that, but it'll be shown. There'll be also some special highlights of some other things going on, and done excellently by video production.
And I think we're going to take a look at some of the senior athletes and highlight some of them too. So being their last homecoming. South starts at the 27-yard line, inside handoff, and makes a nice run. Going to gain about 9 yards. So again, that's Josiah Aswega.
A little slow getting up.
And here's the replay. So it looks like he took a helmet right above his knee. And that
hurts.
That can sting. But it's better than on the knee. So going to bring up 2nd and 1.
He's staying in there, so he must be okay, because any indication they're going to get a kid out of there.
Yep. And this is going to be a handoff to Jordan Lee, I believe, inside.
Nice footwork there. Some shifty footwork going there.
Jordan does a great job dancing around, picks up about 7 yards, and here comes a flag way after
late
play.
Flag. The ref that threw it, talking to the head official, get it sorted out. That's kind of an interesting.
Usually, to be honest with you, Brian, it tends to be more of a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that late. So we'll see what they say.
After the play, you had a dead ball, personal foul on the defense. It'll be at 15 yards, first down.
And that'll drive a coach nuts. You've got the lead, and you're getting a personal foul. I mean, a lot of times you see those as frustration penalties, and you give up a free 15 yards to a team that, you know, you're up by 14 points on. So now the ball's at the 42-yard line.
You know, Phil, in all the different coaching that we've done, I know that if we have a kid do that on either one of our teams, they'd be on the sideline. Let them think about it a little bit. You want them to learn.
Yep.
You know.
Exactly. You know, and it takes some longer than others to learn their tempers and come down.
Got
to
some
nice
blocking.
Great blocking, and that's Scovold, I believe. I mean, that's Shockey, Nicholas Shockey with the ball. He's going to pick up 13 yards.
You know, he's not a real big guy, 5'6", 140, junior. But he's got some moves there.
Yeah, he did a great job dancing around people.
If I tried to chase him, well, I wouldn't be able to chase him. Never. We don't want to think about that. Yeah. He'd be gone.
So South Kitsap now on the 29-yard line of Emerald Ridge, trying to get some points on before halftime.
Have a couple of nice little runs here. Big number 33 in back.
So another handoff right there, and nice job by the line. He's going to gain about 4 yards. The line was about 2 yards downfield, so great job by them getting a little bit of a push there.
You know, when you're dominating the line of scrimmage, good things happen.
Yep.
You know, your quarterback has time to throw. Your receivers have time to get open. Running backs have lanes to run in. And it's tough. Emerald Ridge has a big athletic front line, so they're doing a nice job.
So again, we're going to get a little kind of counter handoff.
That's not going very far.
Reads it this time, and it's going to be down to the 24-yard line. That's again number 10, Nicholas Shockey with the carry. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. So South Kitsap was their, deepest penetration into the Emerald Ridge Jaguar field, side of the field. We have one wide receiver out to the left, and it's an inside handoff. He's going to get the first down.
Nice blocking up front by the big fellas, and a nice run by just as equal big fella.
Yeah. He's down to 16. So Wolves first down at the 16, and timeout called by Emerald Ridge. So
ball's gonna be
up by South Kitsap. Okay, good where he said timeout White.
I thought he said that too. 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line. They can get a first down, get it inside about 5-yard line. They can pick up another first down. But why mess with that? How about just put it in the end zone? Take care of business.
You know, it's a great drive, Brian. I mean, it's not like South has had a whole bunch of penalties to help them or anything. They're just driving the ball down the field, and it's exactly what you want to see towards the end of the half. South does get the ball to start the second half, so if you can put some points on the board now and then come out and get another drive going, you've made this a good game. So. And the defense has done a pretty good job at stopping Emerald Ridge. Love to see the kids competing like this.
Emerald Ridge coming in here just, recently moved up in the polls. Maybe they're believing the headlines a little bit too much, which is always a coach's fear. And the Wolves are saying, well, hey, we compete.
Yeah, we're not going to lie down. So we do have a flag on the play, and it's in the area of holding against South Kitsap. That kind of looked like a busted play. I think bobbled the ball.
Well, I think I bounced it off the turf, I think.
Yeah, I think that set everything off kilter for South Kitsap.
Yeah,
so.
It takes a half a second, and the timing's all off.
But at least they held on to the ball.
Yes,
I mean, that's, didn't cough it up, which is good, but I believe this is going to move South Kitsap back. Probably 10 yards. And that's just from the area it was thrown in. And we'll get the call.
During the play, we had a hold on the offense. It is accepted to take it down.
So that'll make it 1st and 20 from the 26.
Well, Phil, I don't have the schedule in front of me, but I know that the Wolves go on the road and play some tough teams, but they're competing. After tonight, they'll have one remaining home game, and that's on Saturday the 15th, a 1 o'clock kickoff game.
So if you can't make it Friday night, there's an opportunity. Nice pass play. Pass thrown to Jordan Lee.
Nice catch. Too bad he couldn't stay on his feet. Ball was low a little bit. He probably could have picked up another 5 yards.
Yep. So
I like the play, though. I like this. A little short right there. It's wide open. Nicely done.
it gives the quarterback a chance to develop a little bit of rhythm and everything. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 14 from the 20-yard line.
We got Braden Scoville split left to the wide side of the field.
And it's going to be a handoff up the middle, gaining about 5 yards. So that's Josiah Aswega again. So I'll bring up 3rd and 9. So South is kind of doing what they want to do, which is pick up about 4 or 5 per play, and get it close and hopefully be able to get a 1st down out of this and then punch it in.
3rd and 9, and we're definitely in four down territory.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
I can call that one.
So again, one receiver top left, while everybody's in tight in this formation. Jordan Lee going in motion, and it's going to be a handoff inside. Oh, just nice play by number 23, Logan Lisherness.
Shockey had some green in front of him. Nice tackle by number 23, or I think he would have picked up the 1st down. So might have even lost a yard on that one.
So it's going to bring up 4th and 8. So
what you got for me? Razzle dazzle play?
It's something I think we're going to get a timeout is what we're going to get. I think coach is going to sit there and go, I want to talk about this. Let's make sure everybody's on the right same page and
timeout on the offense.
And see what we can come up with. See if we can pick up 9-10 yards on this play. So again, it's kind of a no-brain decision. It's a long way to go, but if you're going to compete, you got to compete. You have to take these chances. You have to take these risks, and hopefully South can come up with something that
the
makes sense.
Worst case scenario, worst case would be a turnover, but if they don't get the 1st down, it's going to be turned over anyway.
Right.
But is that they're not going to give Emerald Ridge very, very good field position.
Well, and that's why they, certainly good clock management by the South Kitsap coaches. Let that clock run down. And again, South does start the 2nd half with the ball. So here we're going to see a pyramid from South Kitsap cheerleaders. Wearing the away uniforms.
Impressive. Let's see if the kids out on the field can be equally as impressive as that pyramid by the cheer squad.
4th and 8, and Jordan's going off to the left, back for a pass, and he's going to run for it. He's got Jordan wide open, and Jordan's in for the end zone.
Nice. I'm not sure that's the way it was drawn up, but
we do have a flag on the play.
Cannon gets to go off.
And if I had to guess, we're going to get an illegal man downfield. So penalty is against South Kitsap, so it's going to come back. Happens when the quarterback starts to run like that. You think he's running. You can't really blame the lineman. I thought he was going to run.
I thought he was too. I think he could have made it in. If not, he would have gotten the 1st down.
Yeah.
That's too bad. Too bad for the Wolves.
Looked up and saw Jordan Lee wide open and said, well, heck, I can just do this.
Jordan's dancing over there with his hand up.
So So South will get another opportunity, but this time they're going to need 13 for the first down. I'm not real sure why it takes so long to discuss this.
Come on, Phil. Maybe they're discussing, where to go out for dinner or.
During the play, you had an eligible man downfield on the offense who played it down. Penalty recalls the touchdown, moves the ball back.
And again, happens. It's probably, I can't tell from up here. I was watching the play, but, didn't see it, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. So.
Yeah, well, like you said, it's so tough on those linemen when you think, okay, my quarterback's running, I'm going to go down and block, and then all of a sudden it becomes a pass. So
yeah,
tough luck. Nice play, but tough luck. Drop it straight back.
Oh. Gets the ball to Jordan, but he just can't.
Just off his hands. I don't know if we'll have a replay on that one or not, but it was a nice ball. He was looking at Jordan, I think, most of the way, which I don't blame him. But it was close. So the Wolves will turn the ball over. It'll be 1st and 10. Jaguars on their own 19-yard line.
We've got 3:18 left in the half, so it looks like Emerald Ridge, from what we can see, might have all their timeouts left, which really, unfortunately, Brian, has plenty of time to go down in high school football and score. Get close. So defense has to get stout here. It's going to be pass play, quick out.
Ball's on the
Ball's on
carpet.
ground.
Looks like the Wolves have recovered it.
1st and 10 Wolves at the Emerald Ridge 20-yard line. That's
That was
Jordan Lee.
Jordan Lee who was in the process of tackling and ripped the ball out. Looks like number 44, Daniel Welch, recovered the fumble. Nice heads-up play.
I think Jordan was a little bit upset with himself for not catching that touchdown, and
Took it out where he should have.
Yep.
Yeah, nice tackle though, and he ripped the ball away there. So Wolves get another chance here. They're going to be 1st and 10, right on the 20.
Okay, so they're going to hand it off inside. Going to go for about a yard. So that's Josiah again, I believe.
Yes.
Oswego. So it brings up 2nd and 9. And South will take their time on these plays just in case they don't get in. They don't want to leave any time left on the clock for Emerald Ridge. So that's another benefit of this. So same formation South has come out in pretty much every play. Single receiver to the left. This time quarterback's out. Touchdown,
Nice catch.
South Kitsap. Open in the end zone is number 12, Brian Brader.
He's a senior, 6'4", wide receiver. You understand why you want to go for that height there.
Yeah.
Nice play. Nice play. Here it is again. Got time. He's looking for him.
Good job by the line, giving that much time.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to do a call out. Nice job by the camera crew there to capture that. Nice job, guys.
So South will try for the extra point. This has been a little bit of a exercise for South in the previous game. So
Nice snap, but he gets it down.
and it's
partially blocked.
And that's the problem with those high snaps. It just takes a little bit longer to get the ball down, get the kickoff, and gives them a little bit of time to get in there and block. But 2:23 left in the half. It's now Emerald Ridge 14, South Kitsap 6. And like we said, Brian, they're going to come out and compete, and they certainly are doing that.
And I'm watching the guys coming off the field, and their teammates, they're fired up. They are fired up. They're after them. And that's what you want to see as a coach. I can guess at halftime what the Emerald Ridge coaching staff is going to be telling them. Going to have a little conversation about penalties, maybe?
I think it's going to be a couple different locker room conversation, that's for sure, but again, South has played every team tough this year. Against Puyallup, it was 7-7 at halftime. Last week against Olympia, it was a fairly close game, was decided to the fourth quarter. You know, so you know, they're not rolling over. They lost to Bethel 6-0. They're not rolling over for anybody, which is awesome. It's a lot, you know, as you know, it's a lot more fun to sit up here and announce and watch when they're competing like this.
Well, yeah, it's a lot more enjoyable for us for sure. But it's because we're feeding off that energy of the kids out on the field, the kids in the stands, the parents, the community that's in the stands and all. So yeah, it's absolutely.
So South will kick it again out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. I know they're not intending to kick it out of bounds. I'm not sure why we're getting it quite that far. You know, they're angling it so that they can control the return. But you know, I'm almost, if I'm Emerald Ridge, going to make them re-kick it if I have that opportunity. But Emerald Ridge will get the ball, I believe, on the 35-yard line. So Emerald Ridge comes out, 3 receivers on the top to the right, and going back for pass play. Pass is complete for about 8 yards to number 10, and that's Mitchell Condon.
Here, we'll see it again. Quarterback's got a little too much time there. So if you are taping the Mariner game, plug your ears right now. I'll give you an update. It's the top of the 5th. Game's tied against the A's, 1-1.
So now we have 3 receivers over on the right, and it's going to be a run inside. And South is right there. They are going to probably pick up the first down. I don't know. It's going to be close.
Nice tackle by number 4, Noah Berg.
So it might be a little short. So it looks like it's going to be 3rd down. So 3rd and 1. Quarterback's going to roll out to the left, looking to pass. He's got a receiver there. It's complete to number 2 for about 5 yards and first down.
Heady play, too, because he realized he's not going to get much more yards, and so he gets out of bounds, stop that clock. We got just over a minute and a half left in this game, and I'm sure Emerald Ridge would love to go down there and put a few more points up on the board. And contrasting that, the Wolves would love to make a stop here, but they've got to step it up and get after him. I think when he's dropping back of that pass, there's got to be a little more pressure.
Yeah, South has to get in there and stop it.
Cold clock. I need to set the clock back to 1:39.
So the clock, they're going to correct the clock. It should be 1:39 on the clock. Okay, so that's fixed. The official time is kept on the field. So
I always wonder how they do that. Is there a separate timekeeper? Or is it one of the refs?
Yeah, it's one of the refs, but it's his job. Main job is timekeeping. So another pass play coming out. South's coming up. Oh, wide open receiver in the middle of the field, and he's getting on down to about the 16-yard line. That's number 8, Gio Cafentes.
Nice. It was wide open and a nice run after that. He picked up half his yardage just after the catch.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. I didn't see what coverage South was running there, but you know, if it's a man, somebody blew it. You know, I think we had 2 on the outside and 1 right open in the middle. So on the 16-yard line, Emerald Ridge again, 2 receivers over on the right, 1 to the left. Tight end here on the left side. It's another pass play. Quarterback's rolling to the right, and the ball is dropped. It
was wide open.
So,
you used to say it, hit him in a bad spot, the hands.
The hands, yeah. It happens to pretty much every wide receiver at some point, and you look back and you go, I should have had that. But, you know, we got 1:19 left on the clock before halftime. So South is, you know, again, trying to keep Emerald Ridge out. Brings up 2nd down and 10 from the 16-yard line. This time we have 2 receivers on the right. A third, the back is rolling out to the right. Quarterback's back to throw. And he's tripped up and down. Sack on the play by number
That was
23.
number 23, Brody Melling. Finally getting some pressure on there and brought him down. Nicely done. He just fights off the block and catches him out of the leg. Nice play.
And that'll drop him back about 10 yards.
Offense, 32nd.
So Emerald Ridge calls timeout after that play to regroup and come up with a 3rd and 15 play.
That's the first timeout for Emerald Ridge. They still have 2, and there's just over a minute. Minute 9 left. Ball's on the 20-yard line?
I'd say, yeah, right about there, 20,
About 20-yard line.
After
It's
that
gonna be
sack.
3rd and 14. I think it's 4th down territory for them too. I would gather.
Not sure what their kicker's like.
Yeah.
You know, I mean the snaps coming back to the punter have certainly been high, so I'm not sure. You know, it's been a little bit better coming back for the extra point. So 2 receivers on the right, tight end receiver looks like over on the left, single back formation. And,
You know, we talk about the different groups. You know, there was a shot of the 3 ball boys. It takes them too. They're all part of that.
Yeah.
Those kids love it.
the quarterback's back to pass, got lots of time, nobody by this receiver. Blown coverage on South, so that's going to put up 6 more for Emerald Ridge right there.
I made it look easy. That hurts right before into the half.
Yep. And it's certainly not the way you want to finish out the half because you've been playing good. Defense stopped them a couple times.
14-6 feels a lot better than 20-21-6 going in at halftime.
Sure does. So Emerald Ridge will line up for the extra point attempt. You know, last one was a high snap, and they had to try to get something out of it, and they couldn't, so they missed it. So that's a good snap. Ball is up, and it is no good. So with 1:02 left in the first half, it's going to be Emerald Ridge Jaguars 20, your South Kitsap Wolves 6. So I don't know, Brian, with just over a minute on a running offense, don't know. You get the ball to start the second half, if South is going to be able to do anything. A lot of it will probably depend on where they wind up with on the ball after the kickoff.
Yeah, I would imagine they'll come out throwing. They don't have any timeouts left, so you know, one thing about a throw, even an incomplete pass will stop the clock.
Just want to make sure you're careful when you do that. You don't give a cheap turnover and cheap score down the
Exactly
bridge.
right. Exactly right.
So, I mean, the kids have been playing hard, been playing tough, keeping the score close until just a second go, and still it's not that bad. It's 2 scores, you know. So
Be interested to see how they kick this. I'm gonna guess they're gonna squib it, probably down the middle. We'll see though. We've seen him done it, squib it. We've seen him kick it deep.
yeah.
So we're getting ready for the kick. Kick from their 40.
Yep, it's a bit of a squib, and there you go. South jump on the ball. I was going to say, not what you want. You don't want it to be bouncing around there for too long. But the South does get the ball, 37, 38-yard line. So,
And Mason Elena has shown the ability to find his receivers deep. Certainly did that at least twice last week for some, I think one was over 80 and one was just a little over 70 yards.
yeah, Mason had a couple of real nice throws, very accurate last week. So I certainly would give him an opportunity to try to get 1 or 2 passes in before half. So South comes out. They're going to run it, kind of a counter play. Jordan Lee, he's going to pick up about 2 yards on that.
Nowhere to go, really.
So under a minute left. We got about 45 seconds left. South cannot stop the clock, and they are really not hurrying up for the ball. So I think you're going to see one more play from South Kitsap, and honestly, I'd go long. Why not?
They're not in a hurry.
No. And you have one-on-one coverage on the left side of the field. They're going to hand up the middle. And they're going to pick up about 4 yards. So that'll bring up 3rd and 5.
And that's going to be it. Clock's going to run out here. And we're going to go in at halftime with Emerald Ridge up 20-6 over the hometown Wolves. And we got homecoming coming up.
We got homecoming coming up. We're also going to have South Kitsap Marching Band and some videos by the SK South High School students. We're going to feature the, like I was saying, they're going to do some feature stories on some of these senior athletes that South Kitsap has. And a lot of homecoming festivities coming. So at the end of the first half, South Kitsap, is still playing with them, and it's 20-6 in favor of Emerald Ridge.
And again, it is homecoming, so halftime's going to be a little bit longer. So, pop an extra bag of popcorn in the microwave and grab an extra cookie and send those cookies up to Phil and I, because Lord knows we don't need them.
Yep, and we forgot ours. So anyway, we'll see you at the start of the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your South Kitsap Marching Band. Tonight, under the direction of senior drum majors Nick Grams and Jasmine Cool, junior drum majors Erica Salazar and Isabel Michaels. Tonight, the band will be performing the first 3 songs from their 2022 show, Larger Than Life, which features songs from famous boy bands. The first song we will hear tonight is Sucker by the Jonas Brothers, arranged by Tom Wallace. Then Mic Drop by BTS, arranged by Tom Wallace. And finally, Everybody by the Backstreet Boys.
ball for your South Kitsap marching band.
Ladies and gentlemen, you pay a visit to the concession stand. Those proceeds are going to help pay for this band's trip to Hawaii to march in the National Vietnam Veterans Day Parade in March. Thank you for your support. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to welcome to the field the Wolfpack dance team. The team is coached by Linnell Vandenbos and Aaron Williams. This team is led by senior captains Giselle Javier and Stacia Masters, as well as junior co-captain Reese Wilson. We want to dedicate our performance to our 6 incredible seniors, Giselle, Stacia, Kamani, Lauren, Serenity, and Jessica. Thank you to our amazing family, friends, and SK community for their continued support of our program. Go Wolves! Time for the moment you've been here, you all came here for, besides the football game, your homecoming court. We're going to start off tonight with your freshmen. Princess Sarah Brader. Her activities are volleyball and she's on the track team. Her fun fact, rides quads. Your Prince Joaquin Bearfield. He's on the football team and did karate for 6 years. That's your freshman court. Let's hear it for the sophomores. Sophomore Princess Ida Nunemaker. Her activity is on the varsity cross country and is part of the Key Club. Her fun fact, she has an Australian Shepherd Border Collie. Prince Tyler Kuntz. He's involved in cross country and track, and he loves band. Give it up for your junior court. Princess Renee Wallace. Activity is part of the FCCLA and is hoping to join more clubs. Fun fact, loves intense kazoo playing and long walks on the beach. Prince is Jordan Lee. Varsity football and track team, likes to work out. And now your senior court. First Princess, Marielle Mangwang. Activity, she works at Domino's. Fun facts, can ride a unicycle. Prince William Buck. Fun fact, he owns a turtle. Princess Cole Newcomer. Activities involved in yearbook, Magic the Gathering, D&D, ceramics, and Link Crew. Fun fact, has lived half their life out of the country. Prince Ripley Eberfeld. Activities is involved in WTV, yearbook, Link Crew, and is in the D&D Club. Is president of the D&D Club. Princess Serenity Gainey. Activities involved in dance team and is our ASB vice president. Is in Link Crew and is involved in the leadership class. Fun fact, has been a varsity athlete all 4 years. Prince Brendan Burke, varsity football and track team, loves going to the gym. The last couple is Brianna Vergutz, plays varsity basketball, involved in DECA and leadership, and also works 2 jobs. Fun fact, loves playing Fortnite. Prince Preston Collins, plays golf and is involved in DECA and ASB. Fun fact, has a missing tooth. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to know who your court is? Your queen, Queen Serenity Gainey. And her king, Preston Collins. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in the presence of royalty. Let's give a big hand to your King Collins and Queen Gainey. Let's give a hand to all those who participated in the homecoming activities this weekend, including the dance tomorrow night. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for all of those involved, staff, students, parents, everybody.
guys all come down here and line up in the middle of the gym. Okay, I'm gonna hand the mic to each senior. You're gonna say your name and your sport. Okay, first, please hold all your applause until the end.
I'm Stacia, I'm dance team captain.
Lauren Tong, dance team.
Giselle Javier, dance team. Captain.
Jessica Doyle, dance team. Kamani Smythe, dance team.
Bella Falana, varsity cheer. Elle Matheson, varsity cheer.
Michaela Costello, varsity cheer.
Deanna Dorsey, varsity cheer.
Kate Peterson, golf captain. Brooke Jack, golf captain. And Kennedy Simpson, golf captain.
Nathan Jamel, football. Ryan Brader, football. Alex Burgess, football. Jeremiah Rendon, football. Dylan Santini, football captain. Rob, football. Ethan Duarte, football. Elijah Torres, football. Riley Smith, football. Jaden Bersheim, football. Dominic Roebuck, football. Nathan Erickson, football team captain. Brendan Berg, football team captain.
Ali Loudermilk, soccer team captain. Rosa De Luna, soccer captain. Catherine Kent, soccer captain.
Zoe Williams, play soccer but not a captain.
Ava Tostrup, soccer. Ruby Serrato, varsity soccer. Shannon Grogan, soccer. Abby Gilder, volleyball.
Anna Harvey, volleyball team captain.
Malia Fendenay, volleyball team captain. Sydney Mudgett, volleyball.
Isaac Brown, cross country.
Michaela Jackson, cross country girls team captain.
Nick Grams, cross country team captain.
Noah Zimmer, cross country.
Rachel Allen, cross country.
Morgan Mullins, girls golf.
Maddie Robinson, swim team.
Kaylee Bizak, swim team. Savannah Calhoun, swim team, and our captains Hannah and Gabby. Zoe Davila, dive team captain.
Brenna Ware, dive team.
Amira Usman, C team soccer.
Nicholas Sunderland, tennis team captain. Chris Mello, tennis. Matthew Hickle, tennis.
Let's give it up for our senior athletes.
See that? Oh, you don't? This is how a lot of people look at bus stops early in the morning. Even a simple cell phone flashlight could save your life. Add bright clothes and reflective surfaces, and it's even better. Protect yourself and others. Be seen, be safe.
Welcome back, everyone. We're just about ready for the second half. I'm Phil Nenninger. I'm here with Brian Pickard. Score is 20-6 in favor of the Emerald Ridge Jaguars. And Brian, I think one of the things you and I can both agree on is a lot of penalties that first half. Kind of made it a long half.
It did, and then of course we had a little bit longer halftime with the homecoming. But great activities and you know, so much involvement by so many of the kids. It's so exciting, things they look back on, you know, years later, like we do. Although we're so old we can't remember that far back. But it really is. It's something, you know. It's memories made for these kids and whatnot. But anyway, to the football game. You know, you're in charge of the Wolves here, Phil. What one adjustment would you have talked to the kids about?
I think, you know, you got to roll your linebackers maybe up just a little bit, stop that running play. They're doing a pretty good job on the pass. And on the line, I would say...
you only get one thing.
Get one thing.
I'm
going to talk to
how
linemen.
how about Emerald Ridge? What do you tell them to do?
Play clean.
Yeah. Knock off the penalties.
Yep.
So Wolves are going to get the ball, kick to them. Better pick that up, young man. It's a live ball.
Live ball is waiting to see if it would go out of bounds, but it needs to nice return, gets it up to about the 23-yard line. You know, so can't blame him.
No, he was in complete control. He knew what was going on, but he was hoping to go out of bounds and knew he'd pick up a few more yards if that would have, but it didn't. So he picked it up and got a few yards on his own.
Get what he could. So it'll be 1st and 10 South Kitsap, but it looks like they marked it at the 21 and a half yard line.
So Wolves, if they can put together a nice run here and put some points on the board, they're right back in it. They're not that out of it right now. So they need to get some points and get some stops.
There's going to be a nice run off the right-hand side here. First play of the second half by number 15, Bowden Harvey. Good blocking. Look at this line, Brian. Look at those blocks sealed off the inside there and give him a nice run. Nice pass.
So he hit hard. I hope he's okay.
Wolves get a first down on that. Up to the 34-yard line. He looks like he's all right. Getting a little bit of adjustment. Looks like a shoulder pad strap might have come undone. So SK has the ball 1st and 10 at the 34. This is going to be a pitch out to Jordan Lee. Jordan's going to try to bring it up. Emerald Ridge has played that very well. They've gotten somebody on the outside, turned it in, and just, you know, kind of blocked up.
I'm sure they scouted that. I mean, that's a staple of the Wolves' offense. That quick pitch out and leaves so quick, but he kind of disappears in a mass of humanity of white and maroon shirts.
So gains short one on that play, bring up 2nd and 9. But you know, if you're South, you might have to start taking some chances with some pass plays too. So South is bunch formation. And here's a pass play out to the back. And again, so that's going to be number 10. Nicholas Shockey with the reception and a run is going to pick up about 12, 13 yards. So
you know, I don't know if this replay will pick up number 12, Ryan Brader, but he does a nice job of not making the block on that defensive back, because he turned his back to him, and had he followed through with the block, it would have been illegal block in the back. So sometimes what you don't do is more beneficial than what you do.
Yep.
And that was a good case right there.
So South starts with a nice low drive going. See if they can keep it up. And again, hand off to Jordan Lee. He's going to try to bounce it outside. He's going to gain about 2 to 3 yards. Takes it just across the 50. So nice job there by Jordan.
You know, he's so quick with his feet there. That time it kind of backfired, because when he made the little move, little cut, it allowed that split second for that defender who was pursuing him to catch him from behind. So, and again, that's splitting hairs and things like that. And it's not a negative at all towards Jordan at all. It's just the way that it worked out that time.
Yeah, it brings up 2nd and 7. And this time we are going to Go straight up the middle to number 33, Josiah Aswiaga.
Josiah Aswega on the carry. He's taking down.
Aswiaga carries
Josiah.
it. Josiah. Let's just leave it at that. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And
He's big enough. He, one name. That's just, there he goes. I'm excited to see that young man in the next year or two when he's senior, gets a little more refinement down, and he's going to be something, I think.
I think I go to the weight room, you concentrate, keep working at it, and he'll
go
be
to a few camps.
Yeah. So here we go. We're going to get another off tactical right. It's going to go for about 3 yards. So it's going to bring up 4th and 2.
I think you go for it.
I don't think you have a choice right now if you're the Wolves. You know you're going to have to score some more points. So this has been a good drive. Hopefully you can get some more.
4th and 2 on the 44 for the Wolves.
So, and they are going for it. They do not have their defensive line. So it's same bunch formation, single receiver out to the far left-hand side. And then try to pull him offside. And Aswega right up the middle. Keep his feet moving, but he looks like he's going to be short. They're marking the ball at the 42-yard line, which is right at the marker.
They're calling it first down without a measurement. It was close, and they did it without a measurement. Interesting.
Well, one of these nice things about these artificial fields is that those markers are accurate. So if they can see on the sideline that it's over it, it's not a chalk field.
I am admitting I'm glad I was wrong. I didn't think he made it. So, but then again, it's sort of an angle at us. So quick. He
slips down, falls. So that's going to be a loss of about 3 yards on the play.
I'm not sure he would have gained a whole lot, but he would have at least gotten back up to the line of scrimmage. His feet just slipped out from under him. That happens.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and 13 for the Wolves, and it's time to go and put one receiver out to the left. Everybody else is bunched up two
Same
backs.
formation.
And we're going to have Jordan Lee coming around in motion.
Nothing there.
And he's going to maybe get back to line of scrimmage, but it looks to me like he might have even lost a little bit there. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and probably close to 14 at this point.
Gonna see a pass play here, Phil?
I think you see a pass play. You try to gain.
They're just bottle them up. I mean, their linebackers are just shooting the gaps and just plugging. There's just been no running room, or at least not very often. So they got everybody in tight.
And here you go. Here's the pass. Mason tried to drop that in. People were well covered. He really needs to get rid of the ball earlier, to be honest with you, because once you get to that point, you've got 2 or 3 guys standing there.
There's a little earlier, and I think both the receivers that were over there were open. But again, a lot easier for us sitting up here to diagnose and tell what to do.
Especially when we get a replay.
He was heady enough to put the ball where if it was going to be caught, it was going to be by a Wolf and not a Jaguar.
So the Wolves will punt, which, on 4th and 14, kind of agree with.
No pressure. Nice punt.
Nice punt. Oh, and drives returner back to the 7. And he's going to bring it back out to the 15. So again, if we can get a stop here.
How about the old fumble play?
They have put it on the ground a couple times, and I wouldn't mind seeing that. So
that's right. The nose of the ball is right on the 15, 1st and 10. And if the Wolves can tighten up the defense and get a stop here, It is about field position.
Yep. So they're going to put 3 receivers over on the right-hand side of the formation, 1 to the left, single back, and it's a pass play. Quick out, and here again, Brian, we're in the same thing that we were last week. The Wolf defensive back is back 15 yards, makes for an easy completion, and it's going to bring the ball up to the 33-yard line. So that's a catch.
And just like
18.
that field position is shifted, where they had him held back in there.
So that's an 18-yard gain, 1 play, and we've talked about it numerous times and talked about it on on the radio numerous times on the set here.
I think I know that they're worried. Any coach is worried, doesn't want to get beat deep and things, but that's one of the reasons they've got cover 2 with 2 safeties over the number 8 is wide open through the middle. Makes a nice cut. Makes it second one. Stumbles.
This is a nice run. He's going in corner, and I think he did not make it. I'm not sure if to give it to him or not. Looks like they are.
They're celebrating.
Yep.
Nice catch. Nice run. Couple of nice moves. Bring him, and he's in for the score.
So I'm not sure how he, that middle is getting so wide open. Seems like we have 3 running players in there pretty often. So, but certainly an excellent run, nice pass by Emerald Ridge. And then they're going to be on for the extra point attempt. Exactly how South did not want to start this second half. So here's the extra point attempt. It looks like we have a flag against Emerald Ridge, it looks like.
Well, did they move? Because if not, it was encroachment by the Wolves.
We have a dead ball start on the offense.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. I did not see an offensive player move, but then again, they're at the far end of the field, hard for us to see, and I was just switching from, looking way down there to our left to the monitor up here to see, and so I missed that.
So this will be from the 15, so it would be basically a 25-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and it is
no good.
No good.
Well, their kicker certainly has had some difficulties, but they still scored. So it's now with 5:10 remaining in the third quarter. Emerald Ridge 26, Wolves 6. That's too bad. The Wolves had an opportunity there that could have put some points on the board, and it would have been 20-13.
13, 14, 12, something there. Again, South has had their own kind of experience with extra points right now. But, again, it's still not too late. But
They're
South have to put points on the board now, and then they have to be able to stop the Jaguars. And,
I don't know about you, Phil, but I was talking to different people, yesterday and today leading up to this game, and people know that we announced the game, and they kind of talk to us. Oh, well, it'll be a running clock by in the start of the second half, and it hasn't been. They're competing, and they're trying hard. They're making some mistakes and whatnot, but they're playing hard, and they're in this game.
And the one thing I'll say, Brian, is South has competed in every game this year. The only running clock we've had is when South was up by 42 points. So here's kickoff. Short kick at the 15, high short kick. And that is going to be Shockey again, quick return. So he's going to bring the ball up to about the 27-yard line, looks like. We do.
While we get ready, just a little update or announcement here is that the South Kitsap school district has an upcoming facilities planning community event that are being planned for the end of October, first part of November. And you can be a part of that plan, community members, by watch the information for exact dates and locations. But we need input. We need input from the community, ideas. Nothing for sure. So going back to the game.
Foul on the kicking team, adding 15 yards to the end of the run. First down.
So that's going to give South some good field position with a 15-yard penalty. And again, if you want to know more about the facilities, you want to participate in where your tax dollars go, you can go to the district website and stay tuned there for website updates. And is there a, Brian, do you know if there's a mailing list you can even get on for that sort of stuff? Or
for non-parents, because I know that's going to be sent out from the school to parents, and it'll be on the website, it'll be on Twitter, it'll be everywhere and anywhere, it'll be in the newspaper and whatnot. And the district really is looking for community input and ideas. There are some things out there. Our newest facilities, Phil, do you know this? Were opened in 1990, so it's been a while. So a lot of needs there, but need to have a lot of ideas. So stay tuned, check out the website, call the district office, and those dates and times, locations will be announced.
From the end of the run, first down, South.
I heard a lot of mumbling there.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time picking it up.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Wolves at their own 42-yard line. So again, good field position. And certainly Emerald Ridge crowding the box. So, and we try to run it up the middle, and it goes nowhere. We're going to lose yard and a half to 2 yards on that play.
Getting the ball.
Yeah, again, we talked about adjustments, Brian, and that was working a little bit in the first half, but Emerald Ridge has obviously shut that down. Now it's up to South to turn around and make some adjustments on offense and try to find something that they can do out of work.
Some of those rollouts, slants, those types of things loosen that defense up, and here we go. They're listening, just like that.
So, kind of give him the ball in space. And South's going to pick up about 18 yards or so on that play.
Got the first down.
First down, South Kitsap, and again, that's Nicholas Shockey.
He's down. It looks like he was kind of tackled and came down funny. Never like to see that on any player, any team. He's
he gets up.
Maybe just a cramp. Let's just hope that's all it was. So
cramp, knocked out wind.
We have excellent trainers here at South, and they'll check him out, make sure he's okay. They will. I know the trainers, the adult trainers, they will not let a kid come out again if there is even a hint of a more serious problem.
Yeah, no, these are student athletes out here playing to represent their schools, so no reason to get anybody seriously injured. So 1st and 10 again. We're going to look at inside handoff to Bowden Harvey, and that's going to go nowhere. So
there's just nothing up the middle. They're just clogging. Those linebackers are plugging the holes. Defensive line are holding their ground. That line, when that line takes over, offensive line, things happen. But right now, like you said, they're just stuffing the box, and there's no place to run.
No, you've got to, that's something you got to come out in that formation, fake something like that, and get a quick slant or some,
Well, a little rollout that last time and gained them, got a first down.
But some they are coming, so you need to make sure you're able to do that.
Nice hard throw, a little high, but going up a little high may have.
You do have a flag on the play. Hard job for any quarterback to roll to your offside and square up and try to make that throw. It looks like we're going to have a holding on this call. So the question is, do you want second and 20 or third and 10 if you're the Emerald Ridge coach?
I'd take the down.
Yeah.
But
nope, we're going to move them back 10 yards.
During the play, we had a hold on the offense. We played it in.
I'm glad that they make a point of not saying who. At high school, they shouldn't, and I'm glad that they don't do that. It's great having the ref with being able to announce it, because sometimes it's really questionable. But yeah, I would be adamantly against it if they were, because they do it. College and pros, they do it, but that's a whole other level. And
yeah, and they purposely don't in high school, but they do use it to coach. Oh, here's a pass play, halfback option pass, and we have a flag. It's going to be pass interference.
that was a little halfback. I like that. That's a good call.
Yeah, I like that play.
Jordan Lee, is there anything he can't do? That was a good ball.
Yeah, it was nice ball. Had plenty of air under it. I guess the only thing I got to say, Brian, is you've thrown all those plays with right-handed players to the left side, and you just make it that much harder on them.
Yeah, that was it.
So,
It looked like
During the play, we had defensive pass interference, 15 yards from the previous spot.
So that'll give South Kitsap a first down.
Still second down.
You know, I mean, here's Jordan. He's got to stop and throw instead of being able to be
He had him
on
out
the move.
there. Right there.
Yep.
Right there. Nice camera work, guys. I don't know who had that shot, but that was excellent work.
So
nominating that cameraman for an Academy Award. Either the snare drums are working a little extra, or we've got some static from the PA system.
So they still showed a second down. So I thought you got an automatic first down with that pass interference in high school. But
at
that
any
must
level,
be
I'm going to show my ignorance, but I'm just going to ask it because there may be some people out there asking the same thing. Is there anything anywhere where it's from the point of the foul, where the pass interference occurred?
not in high school. In high school, it's 15 yards. In college, it depends on if the play was over 15 yards or under 15 yards. So, and yes, it's difficult to keep all these different rules in mind, especially when you move from state to state. You have different rules too. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for South Kitsap.
Okay, spoiler alert here. I'm going to give a Mariner score, so if you want to know it, don't listen. All right, middle of the 8th. It's still 1-1.
So South Kitsap's out 3rd and 2. Their normal formation, you're going to put a Brady in motion. And what a great job of Josiah keeping his legs moving. Gets hit right at the beginning and, still picks up 4 yards by just driving his legs. And, again, sophomore here, goes to the weight room, puts on stuff. He's going to be tough to stop in the next couple of years.
1st and 10 from the 30. One more pitch sweep.
Yep, and this one he's going to gain about 5 yards.
And get out of bounds.
So that's Bowden Harvey on the carry. So they're giving him 6, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 4. So again, South able to put together a nice little drive, but keep it clean and keep moving to the end zone. This time we're going to go the other way with Jordan Lee, and they've, again, that little hand inside the handoff that was, that was close to a flag. But that was very successful last week. Well scouted by Emerald Ridge. They're not, it's a little counter move.
They're not getting anything from that.
No. So
that's why I like that, the pass off of that last time. That opens them up and loosens up that defense. They're pretty, as we've said, packing that middle and shooting linebackers and containing in. There's just no place to run for these guys.
So it brings up 3rd and 4.
Drops the ball. He sneaks out there. He's going to get a first down. He stays on his feet. He may be darn close to that end zone.
Yeah.
Watch this replay. This is absolutely great heads up.
Going to come at you, picks up the ball.
It's almost the old fumble Rooski.
And Mason just can't keep his feet.
Like his play.
So 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Emerald Ridge 12-yard line. We have just under a minute left to go in this quarter. So pitch out to Bowden Harvey, and the clock's going to keep running, gets down to the 4-yard line, so gain of 8.
He cuts left there, he's in. And again, really easy to watch it from here and tell him what to do.
So under 20 seconds left. And Emerald Ridge coaches run down the field, I believe, calling timeout. So
didn't like what the defense had set up, I'd guess.
Well, again, you let South in here, put up 6, 7, 8 points. This has turned into a game. Coaches like 3-score leads. They're not real comfortable at high school with 2-score leads because that's anything can happen in high school. But South putting together again a nice drive. They've made some adjustments on their blocking, it looks like, and everything you could want, right? Just kind of marching on down the field. So again, we have 2nd and 2 from the 4-yard line.
So they can pick up that first down. How about just punching it in, Wolves?
That's what they're going to try to do. Hand off inside.
Forward progress. I think he's going to pick up the first down.
I think it's just to mark him a little short, Brian, but very close. But that's still 3rd down. So at the end of 3, Emerald Ridge Jaguars 26, South Kitsap Wolves 6.
But they're knocking on the door.
Yep. One of the things you can do at South Kitsap here is with our audio video group is do shout outs to players or teams or anything. And we have Jordan Lee, I think half his family, doing shout outs for Jordan and the team coming up here.
We're going to try to put that.
Good luck, Jordan. We miss you. We love you.
Hey, Jordan, good luck. And I love you. I miss you. You will be amazing. And have fun.
Good luck, Jordan.
We're proud of you, man. Keep up the good work. Love you.
Love you.
Good luck, Jordan. We love you.
So if you want to do a shout out, you just have to get online and get in touch with our audio video group. You can do it all online. That's
SK Productions, Video Production, excuse me.
And that's coming from Carolina. It's obviously done a couple of days ago because it's not wet.
Yeah.
But again, anybody can do it. Feel free, send it in, and we'll try to get it on air for the kids. They all seem to love them. So we're going to start the 4th quarter. 3rd and, a half a yard?
About that.
From the 3.5-yard line. And South Kitsap is down by 20 points to start the 4th. And see if they can shorten it up here and make it a closer game. Yeah, I think that's what I do too, is try Josiah. You only need a half a yard. Last time he was able to get in. It looks like you get down to about the 1 or the 2, which will be a first down. We'll wait for the spot, see where they put it. It is 1st and goal. South Kitsap at the 1-yard line.
It's critical. I mean, obviously for the score, to bring it back to, a little bit more in the game, but also just morale too. They got to punch it in here.
Oh yeah, this is. I don't know if I change what I'm doing if I'm you have a real big fullback there. He's only a sophomore, but as long as he keeps those legs driving, I don't think you can stop him from one. He's in for a touchdown.
He's in. Nice play. Nice play.
So that's Josiah Oswego in for a Wolf touchdown, and he deserved it. He's made some of the tough runs on this drive, and I'd love to see him get rewarded with that score. So
you go for 1 or 2 here, Coach?
Honestly, Brian, I'd be going for 2. Just for the simple fact that my field goal team has not been ultra effective this year, but they're going to go for 1.
Yeah.
And hopefully they get this extra point.
Fake? So fake here?
No,
I think if you want 2, you just line up and go for it.
You line up and go for it. But, and Emerald Ridge has had their own issues with extra points. And it's up, but it looks like it's wide, so it's no good.
I thought for sure it split the uprights.
So,
but that's the angle we're at, so that's too bad. The snap and hold was good, just a little bit to the left, I think.
So at the 11:27, right at the start of the fourth quarter, it's 26-12 in favor of Emerald Ridge Jaguars. But again, Brian, real nice drive by South Kitsap. The defense has shown they can make some stops, and hopefully that's what we get. We get a 3 and out, and South Kitsap gets the ball again, and just need another drive. We're right back in it.
And the momentum has shifted here a little bit. I think if the Wolves could get a stop here, and then put on another score there, all of a sudden things change. Now we have to remember this is a team that is rated depending on which rating, whether it's the papers or the coaches or whatever, either 2nd or 4th in the state, and the Wolves are playing them tough.
Yeah, again, the Wolves have done this. They did this to Puyallup. They played them tough. They were in it. Emerald Ridge, they were in it. This is, definitely a big difference than what we've seen in the past, which is great for these kids. So Wolves kicking off. And Emerald Ridge has everybody up. They're looking for onside. And they get one, and they get the ball at the 50-yard line. So
covered it nicely.
The South did not get any of the bounces that you usually want to see, and that's just the luck of the draw, And again, so you try to get it onside, get the ball at the 50 instead of giving them the ball at the 45 or 40. Not really giving up a whole lot there. So Emerald Ridge will start right at midfield, and South really needs to hold them here and get a change of possession. So 1st and 10, 3 receivers over on the left-hand side. And again, South playing way deep on one.
Wrapped him up for a sack. Nicely done. That was big number 43 for the Wolves. Here it is again. That was James Peninsula, 5'9", 215 defensive lineman. Nice play. Wrapped him up so he couldn't throw that ball.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 19, so loss of 9 on that play. And that's how South wants to start. I mean, that's exactly what they need to start this off with. So 2 running backs for Emerald Ridge. Going to run it off to their right or left, and gain of about 4 or 5 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 15, 14. 3rd and 14 for Emerald Ridge.
Now, you figure this has to be it doesn't have to be, but more than likely is a passing play. Now is not the time for the Wolves to back off anything. They got to stay right up there and make sure that they don't convert. Because at midfield here, if it's 4th down, they're not going to risk giving the ball back to the Wolves. They're going to punt it away. So, and the Wolves could get some good field position, but they've got to play aggressive. Now they've split 3 wide receivers to the wide side and 1 down here on the low side.
Yep, and again, the Wolves play way off, playing a zone. But they come up, make the tackle. They're going to give up 4 or 5 yards. Looks like 5 yards, and that's going to bring up 4th and 9, right at the 50. And looks like Emerald Ridge will line up to punt. So 3 and out is what South needed.
And that, once again, is Jordan Lee. I see why his family gets all excited. All over the United States. And they're giving him shout outs. That's a neat thing.
So Emerald Ridge out, back to punt, 4th and 9, along 9.
Nice punt.
Jordan does not go for a fair catch. Gets tackled right away on that.
Oh, man, give him kudos for catching that ball, knowing that he could have been taken out there. But it was a good tackle, good fair tackle, and gutsy move on his part.
So 1st and 10, South Kitsap on their own 13-yard line. They put together another drive, Brian, and score, and we'll have ourselves a real good game. And plenty of time left.
Now, I think you got your. If I'm calling the plays, and you really don't want me calling the plays, but we've got to see some more passing, because that's the only way they're moving the ball. They're not getting the ball anywhere.
So, unfortunately, hit as he throws the ball is Mason Lane.
Yeah, he had to get rid of it. It's too bad he had receiver open there, but just had to quickly get rid of it because he had somebody in his face.
And that's kind of the problem with passing. It takes longer for that line. They have to do a good job of keeping people out of there, and it's been a little bit hit and miss. And I think Emerald Ridge probably realizes too that we're probably going to drop back and throw the ball a little bit more.
I like those little rollouts, so I really like those. I think those are effective, and you always have the option. He's a good runner.
So Mason will take the snap again. Same bunch formation. We're going to hand off inside, and it's going to go for a yard.
Nothing there.
No.
Very little there.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 9.
I do want to say, Phil, I'll say it because you won't. It's your kid, but the Florida man, as we call it, Phil's son Christopher is going to school down in Florida. Well, he took the advice of his father and got out of there and staying with friends in Tallahassee, and he's safe and all that. But our hearts, thoughts, and prayers go to all those people in Florida and now the Carolinas dealing with that storm.
Yep. I was going to say Mason's going to get hit. He dropped the ball.
And they may recover at the end zone. I don't know what's that.
I'm not sure who recovered.
It's either going to be a touchdown or a
safety.
We're waiting for a call.
Yeah, they got it. Emerald Ridge has it. It's a touchdown for Emerald Ridge. So
that's tough because from blind side, he did not see that guy coming.
No, I mean
he got nailed.
He got nailed. You can't blame Mason on that.
Legal hit. I don't mean to insinuate that it wasn't, but. That hurts.
And you can kind of see it coming from up here, from our vantage point, because it's the side of the field that we are over, and it's like, ooh, this is going to hurt. And like I said, really, you can't blame them. Any quarterback hit like that's going to be lucky to hold on to the ball, and just didn't.
We're laughing. I just got a text from Christopher, Phil's son, and it says, "And watching the game. Good job, Florida man. Better luck next week or a week ago, I guess it was in fantasy football. I won't say who won, but I did. It's about the first time in years.
So that brings the score to 33-12 with 7:40 left in the game, and unfortunately, it's starting to get a little bit out of hand for South. Again, they have been. The score doesn't show it right now with that quick score for Emerald Ridge, but they have been competing. So, and Brian's showing me the Mariners score. So if you don't want to hear it,
give a pause.
Give a pause. Spoiler alert, whatever. But it's the middle of the 9th, and it's still 1-1. So like many baseball games, not a lot of action.
How? come on. It's 10 minutes of action packed into 3 hours. That's what I always say. I love the baseball, though. But anyway, Mariners need to win tonight. Ends a 21-year playoff drought.
So that'll pretty much guarantee him a loss. Now that you said that, but yeah.
Yeah, still got games to go. But we got a game going here right now. Wolves are fighting hard, but I won't say that was a backbreaker, but it might have been the way he got nailed. Again, a clean hit, clean tackle. Couldn't hold on to the ball, and ball rolls into the end zone. And
so Emerald Ridge kicks off the kickoff short and out of bounds. And really the ball should be
about 5 yards
up because it hit about 2 yards out of bounds. So
well, we got 7:40 left. Wolves can go down there and put up another score. Get their heads up and motivated.
Yep.
I think they're there.
Again, we knew coming into this was going to be a tough game for the Wolves against a very good Emerald Ridge team. The Wolves are much improved. There's no doubt about it. You can see it in their execution. You can see it in their tackling and their blocking. And they're just running into a bit of a buzzsaw with this Emerald Ridge team right now. But let's see if the Wolves can put together a nice additional drive here and bring it on down. So, again, a fake. Unfortunately, Mason's kind of running for his life out there, and that is a flag. I'm thinking it's going to be a late hit because I'm hoping
hit out of bounds, maybe.
That's what I thought it could be, but Brian, when he threw the ball, I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage, so it could be grounding too. I'm not sure where he threw it. It's really hard to tell. It kind of came out late, but either one of those flags.
Well, I know for a fact the ball did not reach the original line of scrimmage.
So I don't understand why it's taking these officials so long to make these calls.
Well, they want to do it right, so
right this is what the call is, and move on.
Yeah, well.
First foul is an illegal forward pass. The pass did not get to the line of scrimmage. So it's intentional grounding. That's a 5-yard foul from the spot. The second foul is a personal foul on the defense, hitting them out of bounds.
So it was both fouls.
Yeah.
So on both.
We had it, Phil.
Yeah. So won't quite get him. Again, personal foul might get him the first down, but they're first going to step back.
So do you go back 5 and then 15?
You go back 5 from the spot of the foul. So that's going to be
back 5.
7.
So spot of the foul where the ball went out of bounds, or from where he threw it from.
Where he threw it from.
So he threw it from about the 25, give or take. I don't know if we have a replay on it. So if it does that, then it goes back to the 20, and then 15 yards. I'm doing math all by myself without taking my shoes off. Then it's going to go to the 35-yard line. There's a couple of big old heads. Thanks for showing that. Must have been desperate.
So,
like I've said before, Phil, you and I, we have faces for radio. So
yep.
That's wise decision on the video production crew to not put the announcers on.
So it's going to be second down.
Okay, so they marked it back to the
25 and then marked it up to the 40. So
yeah.
South loses the down on the intentional grounding call. So it's a 5-yard penalty, loss of down. And then they are gaining the 15-yard penalty for the personal foul, late hit out of bounds. So it'll be second and 5.
Those are the calls that drive coaches nuts as well.
Yep. So this is going to be another inside low counter, and I think Jordan's going to get to the first. So here's a replay of that. This is the first time you've really kind of seen slow counter work. So. I always thought even at the high school level, personal fouls were first downs automatics, but
yeah, we got a couple of texts on that from people that agree with that sentiment. But what do we know, right?
Yeah, haven't read the book in a while. So pass play coming for South Kitsap.
Got some time.
Going out, he's going to be dragged out bound. That'll be a sack for Emerald Ridge.
Loss of about 4. That's where they spot the ball. No, loss of only a couple.
So I just going to bring up second down. I don't understand why they don't roll them to the other side. I believe the strong side of South's line is probably this left side, which is why they try to run behind it and everything. But you have a right-hand quarterback. It's a whole lot easier for them to throw the ball running right than it's running left. But
big number 33, Josiah, just checked into the game.
They'll bring up second and 14.
Got 6:51 left in this game.
Got 2 receivers over on the right, 1 on the left.
Showing blitz.
And a handoff. Yep. Ooh. I got bit by the
they'd be better off if. Oh, good. Really, that one incomplete pass. That was a good thing for him because that would have ended up in a loss. Mason Elena did a nice job there avoiding some tacklers, then got out to the right side where he could throw the ball a little harder.
Yep. Mason doing a good job. Not getting a whole lot of time, to be honest with this. Emerald Ridge line's doing a good job putting some pressure on them.
Yeah, well, they're sending at least 1 linebacker, sometimes 2. Again, if it's a run play, they're stuffing the run. If it's a pass play, they're getting in there and added pressure. So
3rd and 14. And this is another pass play. Mason, complete pass to number 7. That's Braden Scovold. And going to pick up about 9 yards. So brings up 3rd and 6 from your own 49-yard line, and I have no doubt South is going to go for this.
Oh, they've got to.
You lose by 2, you lose by 22. Does it really matter? So 4th and 6. And I would kind of expect Emerald Ridge to bring some heat on this too. So I'd be hoping for something that's going to be quick. Rolls him out to the right.
Oh, just a little too high.
Just a little bit too high.
And you know it. He's down. Is he hurt?
No, I think he's just frustrated with himself. He knew Scovold was open, and he just missed him. But and it's too bad would have had the first down, but Emerald Ridge will take over on downs at the South Kitsap 49-yard line, and they'll have 1st and 10. So they're going to have everybody bunched on up and kind of anticipating a run. Now they put a man motion, receivers over on the right-hand side. It's not. Quarterback's going to keep it. That's what they're looking at. And this is something coaches must have seen when they do this. The South left the other side, the off side of the field, pretty much wide open. So quarterback keeper. And he's going to pick up 16 yards down to the 17 yards to the 32-yard line. 1st down, Emerald Ridge.
Okay, Phil, I have a update, so if you don't want to know the Mariners score, turn the volume down, plug your ears, do whatever. A final from Seattle. Athletics 1, Mariners 2. The Mariners are in the playoffs.
So first and 10, hand off to the left-hand side. I know, Brian, that makes you excited. You know, usually they do just enough to be this team that just misses the playoffs. So that's going to pick up 4 yards, bring up 2nd and 6 from the South Kitsap 28-yard line. Emerald Ridge man motion going to the right side, 2 running backs. Handoff inside. Breaks out to the outside. Just kind of off tackle, off that edge of the line there. Brings down to the 20-yard line, so that's a gain of about 8 yards.
And another first down.
And another first down for Emerald Ridge. So
I think he went out of bounds, so that's why the clock has stopped.
So 1st and 10 from the 20. Another handoff inside, straight up the middle. Nice little run, picks up 12 yards.
And another first down.
And South has a player down, unfortunately.
That's number 10, Nicholas Shockey. He's been busy tonight. He's trying to get up.
So good to see. He's pretty much walking off by his own power, so that's great to see.
Yeah. Hopefully just a cramp. I was carrying my grandson up the steps the other day. All of a sudden got a cramp in the back of my leg. Those are no fun. And I was on the steps. I couldn't stretch it out.
So 1st and goal from the 8-yard line for Emerald Ridge. The students are still into it. They're still cheering on their team. You know, again, fun night to be here. Wish the score was a little different, but other than that, it's been great. So there's another handoff up the middle, down to about the 2-yard line. So 2nd and goal from the 2. And Emerald Ridge obviously in no big hurry to snap the ball, but
No, they're playing against the clock at this point.
2 receivers on the right, two backs in the backfield. 2nd goal from the 2. And another run up the middle, and he's in.
Hard running kid, let me tell you.
So now,
and there's a flag.
So we'll see what this flag is. Yeah, South is hoping for a hold.
It's over on the side, though.
We have a sideline warning after the play. The touchdown is good.
So touchdown's good. Sideline warning. You're warning. There's no flags, no penalties, and basically it's you got to keep off the white. Not sure who. Don't think he said who it was against, did he?
Just sideline warning, which means either coaches or players are coming down off of that sideline.
Yeah. So.
Or extending down too far. They're allowed in between the 25s.
But he didn't say which team it was. So. Anyway, Emerald Ridge lines up for the extra point. They've had their own difficulties tonight. It's up, and it looks like it's wide.
Nope. That one's good.
That one's good, okay. That one looked wide right to me. Hey, what can I say?
Yeah, they've been all over the place tonight with the
So-
kicks from both teams. So
3:34 left in the game unless we go into overtime. And it's Emerald Ridge Jaguars 40 and South Kitsap 12. But again, the score does not really indicate how well the Wolves were playing, Brian. You know, they gave up the quick touchdown. That really turned things around.
yeah, they, you know, well, and they fumbled, you know, the ball was fumbled into the end zone. They scored that. I mean, you just can't do that and expect to beat a team such as Emerald Ridge. At the same time, Emerald Ridge has had just a, you know, they may be saying, well, we're getting homered with the calls, but they have had a large number of infractions, and they're going to have a tough time going very far in the playoffs, and I'm sure they'll make the playoffs. They're a highly rated team and good team, but they've got to clean that up. You know, we don't have the ability to know if that's something that's always going on or it's just this game or what the deal is, but regardless, they got to clean that up.
Yeah, and a lot of pre-snap penalties too. You know, a lot of penalties that are avoidable, which were very obvious from up here, to be honest with you. So
Kicking it
deep kick
down to the 5-yard line. Nice
and
kick.
You got Bowden taking the ball back. Nice return. Brings the ball up past
Beautiful
the
return out
36-yard
there.
line. Great job.
I think he was determined. I'm taking this ball, and they're gonna need to take a bunch of them to take me down.
Yep, and that's number
exactly what happened.
15, Bowden Harvey, and here's a replay of that return.
He fields it right there, 4-yard line, really. And he just says, "Okay, I'm just running ahead hard."
Yep, takes it straight ahead and does a great job. So we got 3:25 left in the game, and first and 10, South Kitsap at their own 36-yard line. So another handoff to Jordan Lee, and unfortunately, it's not going very far. So,
you know, I don't have the list. I didn't get it ahead of time. But there are so many different. Every night of the week, there are some sort of activities and sports games, whether it's the varsity, JV. You know, I'm going to miss some when I say this, but I'll do the best I can. I know there's girls volleyball. The swim is going on. We have cross country, soccer. We've got all kinds of things going for these kids. One of them, I want to say the boys tennis is playing as well.
Yeah. You know, there's you know, I also know we got tennis team going on, and
exactly. There's just all kinds of activities, and if you know, get out and support these kids. You know, a lot of the other sports don't get a lot of you know, audiences or people coming out and things like that, which is too bad because it's fun to see, and it's really fun when you know a few of the kids here and there, and
well, if you come out and watch, you'll learn a couple of these
there
kids.
you go.
So that's, you know,
and you see the effort that the kids put in and the coaches put in and the parents support and all that. So you know, I know that you can. All you got to do is go to the high school website and look under athletics, and you can get a full list of games and activities going on, like I said, every single night of the week.
so South's going to pitch it out to Bowden Harvey, and Bowden's going to kid about 3.5, 4 yards on that play, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 20.
3rd and a lot.
So. And again, you have to keep Emerald Ridge honest. You can't let them sit back and just rush everybody. So South comes out, 3rd and 20. And pass play coming out. And he overthrows the receiver.
Had a lot of green in front of him. I almost wondered if he should have tucked it and ran with it.
Yeah, you need 20 yards, so that's...
Yeah, it would have been hard pressed because they pursue well.
So that's going to bring up 4th down. So 4th and 20 And South will punt the ball away, which in this game I think is the right move to do. You don't really want to give Emerald Ridge the ball again at your own 25, 26-yard line.
No,
so.
you got to punt this away. Or run a fake. I don't think
I'd
they
punt.
will. I'd punt too. Ball snap. Oh, I don't know how he got that away.
I don't
Kudos
either.
to him. Let it roll. Takes a good South Kitsap roll.
But I also don't know. I thought he got touched, and I'm surprised there's not any flag on the play.
I don't know how he got it off. I thought for sure that ball was going to be blocked, but
so that's about a 45-yard punt. So start at the 26. Looks like I'm getting about 43 yards on that one. So South will take that.
Yeah.
No return?
I think anybody would take that at the high school level.
Yeah. Jaguars have the ball at their own 31-yard line. 2:07 left. And score 40-12. You know, Jaguars have done a good job. Not very many penalties this half, Brian. So, you know, I was got talking to at halftime. Same officials. So, two receivers on the right. They're going to hand it off inside.
I think you're going to see a heavy dose of run here. They just want to run this clock down. It's now down to under 2 minutes left in the game, and they just want this clock to roll.
Yep.
Well, disappointing that that they didn't get a win on homecoming night, but on the positive side, they've competed and competed well. You know, a few things here and there and whatnot, and the score got a little out of hand here. But they fought tooth and nail. Again, you know, a lot of people said, oh, it's going to be a running clock early in the second half. No, it has not, and it will not be. So kudos to the Wolves. Good job for a hard-fought game.
Against a good team. You know, this is a well-coached, good opponent. That's going to be enough for a first down, pick up 9.
Yeah.
By Emerald Ridge, so brings the ball out to the 46-yard line. So, and again, hey, this happens in high school football, especially 4A level. But South was competing at halftime, third quarter. Both teams, you know, basically scored. South shortly into the fourth quarter, but they both scored once, and then, like I said, you know, kind of a unlucky play by South Kitsap. The fumble went into the end zone and got jumped on by Emerald Ridge, and another score, and that's it, you know. So, and
number 20 for Emerald Ridge, Austin Armstrong. He's come in here in the second half, and he's a big kid, 220. He's a senior, and he's run the ball hard, picked up some tough yardage.
So that might be the looks like that's going to be probably the last play of the game with 12 seconds left or so.
Teams are going to the respective sidelines. Phil, that's going to be good. Thanks for coming up here with me tonight.
Yep, and Brian and I think this is our last call, but South Kitsap may be doing the Saturday game, depending on
the 15th, October 15th. It's a 1 o'clock game.
So we want to thank you all tonight for joining us. This was a really good game for most of it until, you know, the fourth quarter when Jaguars pulled away a little bit too much. But please go ahead and tune into our future broadcasting events. Like Brian was saying, our next home game is actually a Saturday 1 o'clock game on the 15th of October. We'd like to thank the students of the video production program here at South who made this television program possible. Again, final score, South Kitsap Wolves 12, Emerald Ridge Jaguars 40. So long, good night from South Kitsap High School. Go Wolves.